Greetings all you custom lightsaber fans and Star Wars enthusiasts. My name is Yukio and this is my review of my custom Saber Forge Silver Knight electronic lightsaber hilt. Once again, I'd like to thank Justin and the Saber Forge team for his continued hard work and dedication to making sure I always get exactly what I want in my order. So let's jump right into it. The Silver Knight is one of Saber Forge's newest offerings alongside many others such as the Fallen, Reborn, Juggernaut, and Exile. All these models are Saber Forge's interpretations of popular hilts from the Star Wars expanded universe. The Silver Knight is their version of the lightsabers carried by the Imperial Knights from the Star Wars Legacy comic series. In it, the Imperial Knights are introduced as servants of the light side of the Force under the rule of the new Fel Empire. I think what drew me to the Silver Knight over the other new releases was its simplicity. This lightsaber really exemplifies an elegant weapon for a civilized age. This is probably one of the most sleek and uncomplicated examples I've ever seen in a lightsaber. I'm definitely a fan of many of the more intricate models out there, Canon, EU, and custom, but the simple and clean design of the Imperial Knight's lightsaber truly makes this feel like a weapon that will be wielded by noble warriors or peacekeepers. Like all of Saber Forge's lightsabers, the Silver Knight is machined from T6061 aluminum, then given a finish of the buyer's choice. You can have it pristine, weathered, or even polished. I opted for the non-weathered anodized finish. Now, I'm not particularly fond of polished or high gloss items, mainly because I absolutely hate fingerprint marks. So being able to get this in a matte finish was just a huge plus for me. My hilt also varies a little bit from the standard version with the larger black accents at the top and bottom of the hilt. Again, this saber has a very simplistic design, which makes it extremely comfortable to hold and to duel with. Now, the one drawback I found on this hilt is the cutout section in the main body is just a little bit rough and sometimes can cause a bit of discomfort when doing lengthy flourishes. But I'm also very much a novice when it comes to combat and swordplay in general, so it could just be my own inexperience in handling the hilt. Now, on my Silver Knight, I opted to get the D-ring installed, which is attached to the pommel. But you can also get it with the Kovatek clip instead, or have both installed. Now, all of Saber Forge's champion and hero tier lightsabers come with a kill key to cut power and preserve battery life. To operate the saber, you first pull the kill key and then the saber boots up.
We are Imperial Knights. There are none better.
Then you just press the ignition switch. Now, the hero builds also include a second button, which has several functions such as activating the blaster deflect and saber lockup sounds and light effects. Now, just as with all their other lightsaber hilts, the Silver Knight comes with a blade plug, which helps to complete the look of a functioning lightsaber. This also allows light to shine through for a really nice effect. The blade plug and blade are both held in place with a small 832 set screw, which is easily loosened and tightened with the included Allen wrench. However, the Silver Knight also has this knob at the top, which works very effectively for holding in both the blade and the plug. It can even be used to secure the blade for light play or demonstration purposes. However, for dueling, it is highly recommended to use the set screw or both for extra security. Now, as I mentioned, this was a custom order because instead of using the standard Spark Color 2 board that Saber Forge installs on their hero tier lightsabers, I opted to try something different, the Plecter Labs PRIZM board. The PRIZM board allows for up to 6 different sound fonts and up to 10 color profiles to be stored. Unlike the Spark Color 2, the color profiles can be used independently among the different fonts. What I mean by that is that each sound font can have anywhere from 1 to 10 colors set for it without needing to cycle through all of them like on the Spark Color 2. On the Spark board, you can change the color of the blade in each font, but you need to cycle through the whole set sequentially till you get to the color you want. On the PRIZM board, you can set font 1 to use colors 1 and 3, font 2 to use colors 8, 9, and 10, font 3 to use all 10, and so on. And you can set them to cycle in whatever order you want within each font. So, as you can see on my Silver Knight, the first font has white and yellow. On the second font, it utilizes only the yellow color. And on the third font, I have 3 shades of blue. Now, each of my 6 fonts are set up with only a few colors that I feel best match the font. To make any changes to the sounds or colors, you need to unscrew the pommel, gently remove the speaker, and then take out the SD card, open the config files on your computer, and that's where you'll be able to do the editing. The whole process is fairly simple, but it can be a little time consuming unless you also opt to have this installed. This is the Real-Time Internal Configuration Editor, or RICE port. This right here is one of the best parts of the PRIZM board. With the RICE port, you can connect the lightsaber to your computer and use the downloaded program from the Plecter Labs website to alter the colors while the saber's on to see the changes as you make them. Now, this allows for the most accurate and effective method of fine-tuning your colors to be exactly how you want them to look without having to remove the SD card. Now, the RICE program only allows for changes to the colors and sensitivity settings on the saber, not the sound fonts. Also, using the RICE program will set all 6 fonts to using the same 10 colors. To set up each font with its own selection of colors, as I've done, it needs to be done directly on the SD card. I also find that color switching is a little easier to perform on this board than on the Spark board, while still being complex enough not to be triggered accidentally. To cycle between your colors, you need to press the aux button and then very quickly press the power button. With a little practice, you can perform this action by pressing the aux button with the thumb joint and then rolling the thumb tip over the power button. To change your sound font, when the saber is powered off, you hold the aux button till you hear a beep, and then press it once more to cycle to the next font. Now, of course, you have amazing sound quality for all the effects. The ignition, the hum, the swing, clash, lockup, blaster deflects, and retraction. And the intensity of the LED lights are just beyond impressive. Now, the lockup effect on this board also differs from the Spark. On the Spark board, your lockup effect is a switch from one solid color to another. On the PRIZM, you can see that the lockup utilizes a very impressive seizure-inducing flash. Another really great function of the PRIZM board is the ability to use the saber in mute mode. To start the saber without any sound, you press the aux button and then press the ignition button. When you deactivate the saber, you'll hear the power down sound. And the next time you turn it on normally, it will again utilize the sounds. Now, there is one additional effect on this board which I think was a brilliant inclusion: force powers. Now, this requires a little more effort to trigger, but all you need to do is press the aux button simultaneously during a swing. The force effect just adds a whole new level of fun to dueling. Now, as with their other newly released models, the Silver Knight has been created with a limited run of only 100 hilts. At the time of this video, I believe there are still about half that remaining. However, if the sales of the Silver Knight go well, then Saber Forge will add the Silver Knight to their regular lineup. If not, well, then the few lucky individuals who ordered one will own a very exclusive piece. I'm actually considering ordering a second one myself in an Initiate tier just to ensure I have access to a backup, because I love this design so much. Now, once again, I want to thank Justin and the whole Saber Forge team for everything they do for the Star Wars community, and I also want to thank everyone out there who has watched my first review video on the Descent, and to those of you viewing this one. As mentioned previously, we have one more Saber Forge lightsaber coming soon, the Resilient, and I'll of course be doing a review on that model, so be sure to watch out for that. Once again, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.